Joolz, come on, roll up. It's all the warehouse clearance here today. It's all nicked, it's all stolen. Hurry up before the rotters get here and rubblers. Come on.
Hip tally-ho, Joolz guides here, in which we shall ramble legs akimbo through the streets of East London with lots of puerile quips and plenty of lashings of me pointing at Victorian buildings, no doubt, and talking about dead people.
Brick Lane, Columbia Flowers, Hackney Farm, I'll be there hours. Cockney slang and shang-a-lang, this pill will give ya superpowers. Up and down the street.
Oh, that's a pity. This is the Geffrye Museum here on Kingsland Road, and Sir Robert Geffrye, he was the Lord Mayor of London, and in 1714 he bequeathed this almshouse, ALMS. Now it's a rather nice museum which displays examples of rooms dating from the 1600s up till the present day, except it's closed for refurbishment. It's set in these beautiful grounds. I've never been here. Have you been in?
I've been in and it's absolutely brilliant.
Really?
It's basically a different room for each period of time. And so you just feel like you've sort of gone into it, like Doctor Who in the TARDIS. It would suit you going in there.
Anyway, let's go down here. Let's go to the market. This is actually Kingsland Road, by the way, is one of the main roads, the old Roman roads that came into London. And this one led from Lincoln, I believe, down into London. So this would have been the route that, you know, King Edward Longshanks, Edward I, the badass king from Braveheart, the one who has Mel Gibson slaughtered, you know, hung, drawn and quartered. Well, his wife, Eleanor of Castile, when she died, he erected a succession of crosses, I think it was 12 or 13 crosses, all the way from Lincoln to London along her funeral cortege, which led all the way down to Westminster. It's like Waltham Cross, there's St Albans Cross, and the final one was Charing Cross. So I guess they must have come down this road here, because this is the old road to Lincoln. Since we've got this rather nice surroundings, I should just say, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to my Instagram at Joolz Guides. Oh, excellent! This is I'm obsessed with these post boxes. This one, I haven't seen one of these. I don't think they're particularly rare, but this one is GR6V1. King George VI. He's the guy from the King's Speech, the one with the stammer. The Queen's father is George VI, isn't he? Yeah. It's still a fully functioning post box. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
Down the streets in town, bagels taste good early hours. Bring a brack, a load of tack. Ding dong bell, well fancy that.
These were a part of Sidney Waterlow's Improved Industrial Dwellings Company. He got these, he was a philanthropist. Sidney Waterlow, as in the guy who donated also Waterlow Park, which is up in Archway, Highgate. The one next to Highgate Cemetery, that's Waterlow Park. That was donated by Sidney Waterlow, who also arranged for these buildings to be built. And actually, what's interesting about them is that the builder who built these, Matthew Allen, back in 1872, he saw no need for architects. He said, oh, I don't want to use architects, but he's a bit like me. He's just, oh, I'll do it myself. So he just sort of built them. And it's a testament to just how well he did, because they're still standing and doing a pretty good job. They look a little bit run down, but I think they're really nice. I quite like them.
On a Sunday in London town, don't be afraid to hang around. I don't miss gangsters like the craze, but I really miss Jazz and Dave.
Anyone else want a bargain for 10 penny? Come and have a look. Come and have a look. Big is your rent, the penny.
Every Sunday down here in Columbia Road, the whole street is transformed into London's largest flower market. It's really nice. They've got all these lovely old antique-ish type shops as well. Oh, and the bird cage. You see, back in the 18th century, the Huguenots, they were silk weavers, but they also were selling flowers down here. And another thing they used to sell were birds in cages, hence the name, the bird cage, of that pub over there.
Come up, anyone else? 20 roses, £5. That's all it is. You're not buying a frigging house or a round of drinks. Mind you, looking at some of you like you've never bought a bloody round of drinks.
Alex, no, don't sell those, Sonny.
All the best for £5
Oh, you can't sell them.
All the best.
Oh, no.
Who wants the best one?
Straight off Grandad's allotment in Raynham.
So, but how long have you been here?
Me, 47 years.
47
I know,
years?
I'm well past my sell-by date. The market has been here over 100 years. Carol's been here since it first started, and she was a baby at the time, however. But it used to be a general market, and it changed in about 1920. It was a very poor area, so they made it a general market, and it slowly and surely it moved into flowers and plants. And by the late 70s, mid to late 70s, it was total flowers and plants, and it's been so ever since. It's changed. You don't see local people now. More people should be spending money than they actually do, but they
This,
don't.
this lady's trying to spend some.
Present
I feel
companies
bad.
should-
I'm
that's
stopping
all right.
her.
Carol's just standing there listening to me, but that's what you get with equality. Sitting where you employ women and they just stand there talking and like watching you. But as I'm so PC, I don't mention it.
And I mean, I hope he's not serious, is he?
Yeah, probably. I take no notice of him. I've worked with him too long to even take notice of him.
Yeah, these aren't all chain stores or anything. These are all independent shops.
We obviously it's Columbia pottery, but it is obviously you've got pots.
Yeah.
But we've also got a lot of collectibles, objet d'art, lots of old toys, kids' toys.
Yeah.
We've got lots of old ornaments, lots of copper.
And a skeleton.
An old skeleton, yeah.
Oh, let's
Yeah.
have a look at him. That's her husband. It was nice. It was nice when you wanted to be a flower seller. You should go back to that in your retirement.
I used to want to be one. That's true, because my mum bought me a little kind of mini barrow with flowers and a greengrocer stall on it. And ever since then, I always wanted to be a flower seller. I used to work next to one of the great train robbers in Covent Garden.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. That guy used to run the flower stall there. His granddad, who worked on the flower stall, he was one of the great train robbers.
Queen.
It was quite amazing, really.
3 for 12, all them away, change your head for the day.
Take away, £3. That's quite good.
Sunday in London town. Don't be afraid to hang around. I don't miss gangsters like the rags, but I really miss Towson Day by Sunday. Come on, girls, come and get me bananas. Come get me bananas. Stroll's all about.
What a remarkable little plot he's managed to get for himself there. How does one go about renting? What do you even call it? A shop?
A shucking shack.
A shucking shack.
So the
You've got to be careful how you say that.
the president of the boxing gym I used to go to when I was a kid's got a stonemason's yard here, and when I was looking to have a little permanent location away from the market, that he mentioned that we could talk about getting involved in here, and I climbed up the ladder and saw that there was this little bit of space in between, and I didn't need much more than that. And that was how we got started.
That is so cool.
I can handle a Bloody Mary, to be honest.
Best Bloody Mary, 24 ingredients in this one.
24 ingredients.
Secret mix.
That's more than Kentucky Fried Chicken, isn't it?
Indeed, 7 herbs and spices, they've got nothing on me. These oysters aren't the type that you get pearls from.
Oh, I see.
Pearl oysters aren't edible.
You're just saying that
So that I can keep the
you've
pearls.
actually been through them all already.
It's the sideline business. I'm a pearl seller.
Like those kids who go through all the cereal packets. I was trying to buy some shredded wheat the other day, that all the packets had been open because someone had been through them all trying to look for the special offers.
Really? It breaks up the shell quite a lot, going in through the front here.
Right.
I go in through the hinge at the back.
He likes. He
you pop it
prefers to
open.
go in through the back
Indeed.
passage
Oh, no.
rather than the fishy front. What do you reckon that was?
I think it was the Black Horse pub, probably.
Black Horse Pub, probably.
It's like a pub building, but you've got the whole terrace. It looks like one big building.
It does, doesn't it? And that looks like it was probably a sign holder. Who knows, or dares to dream.
Kingsland, Columbia flowers, Hackney Farm, I'll be there hours. Cockney slang and shang-a-lang, this pill will give ya superpowers.
Anyway, Hackney City Farm, it's just on Hackney Road. Quite nice. Open Tuesday to Sunday. But also on bank holidays it's open. Oh, look. Oh, look at them. And look, and these ones are all nice and safe. They're not going to get eaten. So that's quite nice.
Are they not?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. They're here to be looked at, aren't they? I hope not. Oh, look, I'm so glad we came here. Nice. Do not feed the animals. They're actually very clean animals, people say. But I really feel, you know what's so nice about coming down here, Columbia Road and the Hackney City Farm? You just feel like you're on holiday. I mean, I don't feel like I'm in London at all.
Stroll's all about. Come on, girls. Careful when you squeeze me bumps, darling.
That was most excellent. Let's go down to Brick Lane, because this video is getting a bit long. This is the best bit of the market, really. It's got how it used to be back in the old days when I were a lad. Used to come down here, you could maybe come up and find the bike that you had stolen recently, and they would have been selling it down here. I don't think it's like that anymore, though. Yes, yeah, we used to have one of these. that, and roller skates. We used to have these as well. That was the first roller skates ever used. You're here every week. Every week, I want to get one of those. Oh yeah, no, these are excellent. That exactly. Well, I don't with the rubber thing on the end. They make you look a bit like an old man. But I just no, because this is actually a metal one. No, this one is actually metal. This is a proper market. Not that stuff down the other end, that commercial stuff.
But I really miss jazz and day. Early kings and queens all shine. How much is that vodka mine? Cappuccino really funky, but why does it cost a monkey?
The London Pearly Kings and Queens Society charity. What is a Pearly King or Queen?
It's first and foremost, it's charity. In your heart is charity. So this we give the actual tourists, and it's a tourist thing where they heard of Pearly Kings and Queens but never see them. So we like to get ourselves out. But what we do sometimes, they get us out to the Natural History Museum, and we have to be back by midnight because otherwise we start going strange.
Your buttons will fall off.
That's what it's all about. And
did you sew all those buttons on yourself?
You have to.
All of that's the way it's done. Is that you put?
Everybody's different because we all do our own.
You're all individual.
Have you got
Oh God, I've got about 3 at the moment. Yeah. But what it is, the symbols mean different things, like hearts, diamonds, clubs, and spade on the bottom of the trousers here, playing cards. Life is a gamble.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, the wheel is a circle of life with you in the middle, your family and friends supporting you.
That's fantastic.
The anchors for hope, hearts for charity, and crosses for faith. So you've got faith, hope and charity.
Oh, lovely.
So that's what its symbols mean.
What's your diamonds for then?
I'm just a diamond geezer, mate, and I was involved with the Hatton Garden job.
Oh, were you?
Yeah,
Fantastic.
I was,
Got any
yeah.
money? Lend us a fiver.
No, I've put on a bit of weight.
Getting
I've put on
here.
a bit of weight since they dug the hole.
Yeah. Well, maybe ask why you are dressed like this, young man. You're not at Henley, you know.
I thought that this is how Cockneys dress. I was coming down to the East End, so I watched Mary Poppins, and they said, yes, time for a bagel. This is actually the original one. Look, established 1855, but for some reason the other one has a longer queue. I don't know why.
What do you like?
Getting a sweat on in here. Yeah, I'll have what did you want?
Salt beef, mustard, no butter, please. Okay.
And I'll just
Not too much salt weekend, just a little bit. Okay.
and I'll have cream cheese and salmon with a bit of lemon.
Lemon and pepper.
Yes, please. Wonderful. Yeah, that's for me. That's the best one. You see, the salmon. That's my one. What's the difference between this and the one up there? You're the original, are you?
We are.
The original one.
The best one.
Are you open all night as well? Yeah. Oh, good. I like this cash only because I'm getting very sad. There's a pub up there. It takes no cash.
Oh, right.
Credit cards. I'm always stuffing my face on camera these days, but very nice, excellent. And I like them in there because they're very friendly and they accept cash. Can't be doing with all these places which are credit card only. Drives me nuts.
Is that fresh from Hackney City Farm?
Not quite big enough, that one.
Originally it was a fruit and veg market, I think, like all these markets, but it's because there have been so many immigrant populations down here over the years. Originally it was the Huguenots, French Huguenots back in the 18th century, or 17th century even. And then after that, the Ashkenazi Jews came, and the Irish in the 19th century. And because everything was closed on Sundays, they got special dispensations for the Jewish population to come and have a market on Sundays. That's why it's always, ever since then, there's been a market on a Sunday here. They've got everything, vintage clothing shops, food from all over the place. Actually, inside this Truman Brewery, you could even play a little mini golf. And after the Jewish population moved out, then they were kind of replaced by the Bangladeshi community. And that's why there are so many curry houses down here. If you want to go for a curry, you can walk down the gauntlet and they'll have all these like touts hanging around outside. I'd prefer not to go to the ones where they've got some bloke trying to get you to go inside.
Chicken tikka, garlic naan, oysters all fresh from the van. Oris, garbage, bonbon wheat, finest gold tomfoolery.
Do you think you can die from eating a chilli if it's too hot?
Well, I probably could. There's actually a chili scale. There's a scale of hotness for chilies. There's one that's incredible. I think in Mexico you can actually die from it. It's just insanely hot. The reason why I'm zipping through this area is because I've actually got a film about this area quite a lot. You can see my amazing pancake race video, which is just down there at Truman Brewery, or my video about Jack the Ripper with amazing music by Little Lost Lou. And also I did one about Spitalfields. My favourite actually isn't on Brick Lane. If you go all the way up to Whitechapel, there's a place called the Lahore Kebab House, and that's my favourite one. It's just got like TVs playing football and neon lights, and you've got Pakistani people eating in there, then you know that it's going to be good.
On Sunday in London town, don't be afraid to hang around. I don't miss gangsters like the craze, but I really miss Chaz and Dave on Sunday.
Ding dong, the wicked witch, the wicked witch. This is the Whitechapel Bell Foundry. This was established 1570. It was the oldest manufacturing company in the whole of Britain, up until about 2017 when it closed down. It's really sad that it closed down before I got a chance to go inside it. They made all the church bells. Big Ben, which ended up having a crack in it after they used the wrong hammer to hit it. And it famously also cast the Liberty Bell, which is in Philadelphia. That's the one with a big crack in it. I mean, they've got a lot of cracks in their bells. Probably used that to hoist up Big Ben or something. The Church of St Mary le Bow, where if you're born within the sound of that bell, you are an authentic Cockney, they cast that one as well. Speaking of bells, let's go to the pub before they ring last orders. What would you like?
I'll have a pint instead.
All right then. I feel like Prince Charles, you know.
Tilt it.
I am. You know how Prince Charles. There's always a photo of him pouring a pint somewhere. It's all right. It's all right. Don't worry. Stay calm. No, look. Okay. Can I just say, what were you complaining about? That's perfectly pulled. Look. I don't know how much that is. Cheers. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to my Instagram account at Joolz Guides. And if you want to find out more about me, you can go over to joolzguides.com, where you can book a guided tour of London with me. And, well, cheers. See you next time, folks.
Taste good, early hours, brick a brack, a load of chat. Ding dong bell, well fancy that.